Alright everybody, we are back with more Pokemon Black. We are going to be doing another random Pokemon. So, as you can see here, the last random Pokemon we did was Poliwhirl. And that run needs a re-rank bad. Really, really bad. Because the run was horrible. But then again, it was my first ever time doing Black version with a Pokemon that wasn't fully evolved. So if we get another non-fully evolved today, we should probably do a bit more planning around Zekrom first. But yeah, at least we know that for the future. Anyway, let's see what Pokemon we have to deal with today. And go. Crobat, okay. Fully evolved Pokemon. Yay, I don't have to do a first stage. I don't really know what its moveset looks like. Gens. See, Astonish. Oh, a lot of level 1 moves. I'm not sure which of these it would start with. I'm gonna have to look on Bulbapedia. Because Bulbapedia will have it in the correct order. Oh, interesting. In Black 2, White 2, or in Black and White, it didn't get Swift. Interesting how they rearranged a lot of those moves. Alright, so let's see. It looks like we'd be starting with Supersonic, Astonish, Leech Life, and Screech. So yeah, we will not be getting Cross Poison, sadly. Yep, we're doing Crobat. Alright, let's see. We get Astonish at level 9, Bite at 13, and Wing Attack, which is going to be really good. Confuse Ray, Air Cutter, Mean Look, Acrobatics, Poison Fang, Haze, and Air Slash. Air Slash could be useful because I could use Haze to get rid of Intimidate. Because what it does is it resets all stat changes. So like if the opponent does a lot of setup, I could use Haze. Well, Dominic, I can just go to the move relearner and get Cross Poison. I can do that. Let's see, we could also get the Sludge Bomb TM as well, but... Oh yeah, we get X Scissor 2, so that's good. Thief... Shadow Ball. Honestly, I think I probably would teach this thing Fly. It is a 2-turn move, but 90-95 is actually good. And the problem is, we only get Brave Bird by Egg Move. So we're not really going to have access to that. Sure. Yeah, honestly, I can see this moveset being nice and simple, but I need to take a look at the stats first. Let's see, we definitely have more physical attack. I can definitely get away with a minus speed nature. We have way too much speed. I think I'll add it to my attack stat. So yeah, I think we need to try and run physical. I'm thinking, like, Fly, Cross Poison, X Scissor, and Haze. Probably Substitute would be better than Haze. Oh shoot, I just realized. What are we going to do about Zekrom? We need to think backwards. Zekrom is going to be the hardest thing for us to conquer. Honestly, I think the answer is going to have to be Confuse Ray. I think I may need it. Because, I mean, we could use the turn 1 substitute, but then again, it'll probably detect the one-shot with Fusion Bolt, and it's not going to go for a turn 2 light screen. The only reason in the Poliwhirl stream the Zekrom went for that move is because of the Eviolite, and we cannot use the Eviolite. Is our defense decent? Not really. Wait, what XP group were we in? Medium fast. Okay, not the best. Honestly, yeah, I think the best thing is probably Confuse Ray. Like, maybe for N and Getsus, our moveset could be, like, Confuse Ray and Substitute. And then, Cross Poison and X Scissor, but that really wouldn't give us an answer for the Bisharp. Do we have anything to deal with Bisharp? I don't think so. I don't think we get anything for Bisharp. Like, I think all of our moves are going to be resisted. But then again, like, does the Bisharp have any terrifying moves? Let's see... Night Slash X. Oh, it's got Stone Edge. Oh boy. Yeah, Bisharp and Zekrom are going to be huge problems, plus Caracosta. This is a Pokemon with a rock weakness, so this is going to be really bad. Honestly, potentially hidden power. But the problem is, though, hidden power, it's very difficult to actually get hidden power because you have to have seen 110 Pokemon, but Shadow Stitch actually did make a guide for it, so I can easily just follow the guide. Yeah, it's, from what I've read in the guide, if you need hidden powers specifically for Energesis, it's not too bad, but if you need it before the league, you're going to need a lot of optional trainers. Archeops 2 has a rock move. That is true. Yeah, we may need hidden power. Honestly, I'm thinking hidden power... Let's see. Bisharp is weak to ground and fighting and fire. Part of me thinks hidden power fighting. Well, no, it's going to be... Bisharp doesn't resist bug. Oh, it's neutral. You're right. I kept thinking steel resists bug. But no, it's neutral. You're right. You're right. Hidden power ground for the Zekrom? I don't know how well that's going to fare, honestly. Just because of A, our lower special attack, and 2, the fact it's... I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, Axew can run the damage range on it if he wants to. But, I mean, you gotta remember, like, we should avoid hidden power at all costs unless it's absolutely mandatory, just because of how difficult it is to get. We should at least look at our other options, like... I don't know. Dominic, I cannot go for U-turn because that would switch into an HM user. I would have to deposit everything. Hey, Shaman. Hey, we got a mythical Pokemon watching the stream. Hi, what's going on? Oh, we're doing a black and white solo run with a random Pokemon, and we happen to get Crobat. And we're just trying to think of a game plan for how to beat N's Zekrom or Gets' Bisharp. Honestly, the Bisharp can probably just be dealt with X-Scissor, but we are definitely going to need a decent level. And it's a good thing Unova has a buttload of attack EVs. So, honestly, we're not going to be too worried about that. We should definitely run plus attack minus speed. But for the Zekrom, I don't know. I think for the Zekrom, we may need to use Confuse Ray. Like, I'm thinking, like, Confuse Ray, hope it hits itself turn 1, and then we hit it with Cross Poison. You can tell you're hardcore and use Bow on DB instead of Bulbapedia. I just use DB because it's visually easier to read. One of these days, the randomized black run's gonna roll Mienshao. Yeah, I'm sure it will one of these days, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the answer. Acrobatics, maybe? Let's see. I think the power is doubled, so that'd be 110 before stab, which actually would be better than fly, but the problem is Zekrom resists flying, so that wouldn't be a good idea. Honestly, I think the answer is just gonna have to be Confuse Ray and hope for the best. Because I think once we defeat that, what about the rest of their teams? Like the Archeops? I think Archeops pretty much resists everything that I have. Wow, this is actually kind of harder to think about than I thought. Air Slash for the flinch. Yeah, that's less likely, though. Honestly, I think we need to go Attract strats, too. I think, well, the problem is Zekrom's genderless, so that won't work. This is really, really rough. Oh, the Stealing TM doesn't exist in Gen 5 for some reason. Yeah, we don't even get access to Steelwing. Round? Okay, now you're just thinking of, now you're just thinking bad move suggestions. 60 power normal move. Round does not do a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, so I think our final moveset's gonna have to be Confuse Ray, Substitute, X-Scissor. We go Cross Poison or Acrobatics or Fly. Let's see, what's gonna be better? We need X-Scissor for the Bisharp. Then should we go Poison or should we go Flying? Let's see. I think Poison because it'll deal neutral damage to the Caracosta. If egg moves are allowed, you'd get Hypnosis. If egg moves were allowed, I would get Nasty Plot. That's not even a contest. I would absolutely get Nasty Plot. I'd go Nasty Plot, Sludge Bomb, and Air Slash for the win. I mean, that really wouldn't help against the Zekrom because it's the lead. Let's see. Cross Poison or Acrobatics / Fly. I think we have to go Flying. Just because Poison offensively is not good. Well, Dominic, we can only use one egg move. The only way to get multiple is if they come from the same father. Like, you can't have multiple different moves at once. Yeah, I think we would have to go Acrobatics. Yeah, I think Acrobatics, X-Scissor, Confuse Ray, and Substitute. And here's the thing, N is going to be difficult to beat, but I think once we beat N, if we lose to Getsus, just accept the Blackout and go back to him. Like, it's fine to accept a Blackout if it means you don't have to fight N again. But yeah, I think we are just going to have to luck our way with Confusion. I feel like it's the only way. Okay, so other than that, let's think about the regular gym leaders. The only bad one I can think of is Elisa. What to do for Elisa, though? Wait, where's the move relearner? I wonder if it's possible to get Cross Poison before her. Yeah, but Axew, a bunch of his team also resists poison. It's more like pick your poison. No pun intended. I just don't think this thing needs return. Or not return, hidden power. Alright, hey, I'm gonna... Where's the move relearner? Is Stralton. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's see. So I think we'll have Confuse Ray by that point. Honestly, it would probably just have to be a spam return fest for the most part. I think so, yeah. Just spam return. Clay. What about Clay? Clay. Honestly, the only Pokemon of his that resists flying is Excadrill. We'll have Confuse Ray as well. So I'm thinking maybe just Wing Attack the Krokorok. And then, Wing Attack the Palpitoad. Does the, Excadrill even have a Rock move? The Rocks. It does have Rock Slide. It's the only Pokemon of his that has a Rock move. So I think for the Excadrill, we're going to have to use Confuse Ray. Just like I said, I can't see an alternative here. This thing is going to need to rely on Confuse Ray. Let's see. Skyla is going to be easy. Bryson is just a joke. Here's the little... Yeah, he's just going to be a joke. I'd say Hyper Beam is never good. Drayden. I don't think Drayden's going to be that bad. We'll have Cross Poison by that point. So yeah, I think the only hard people are going to be Elisa, Clay, and Enon gets this. I don't think anyone in the league is... Maybe Caitlyn. Then again, our attack stat is going to be really good. We'll have a plus attack nature, over 200 attack EVs, and that's not even a joke. We actually do get that many. I think we might be able to one-shot sweep our whole team with Cross Poison. And we could get the Poison Barb. Medicine Wings are not free vitamins, Dominic. They only give you 1 EV. It's like a tablespoon of a vitamin. No. I try to avoid those. I spilled a little bit on myself. Darn. Let's see, Chantal. I mean, Chantal will substitute acrobatics. Marshall's going to be an absolute joke. Substitute acrobatics. Grimsley, substitute acrobatics. And for the Bisharp, X Scissor. And then for Caitlyn, X. Wait, I have X Scissor. Why do I think she's going to be hard? X Scissor would just one-shot our whole team. If you hold the poison barb, it'll do half power. I was thinking specifically Caitlyn. But honestly, X Scissor will do just fine. But no, I don't think Chantal's going to be hard. Substitute to block Will-O-Wisp and just sweep with acrobatics. Honestly, yeah, I can't really think of any other hard fights, so I guess I'll go ahead and make the ROM. But yeah, we're going to need as high of a level as possible for N. So definitely get every rare candy. What about the out-of-the-way ones, like the Miss Stralton Cave Candy? I feel like this Pokemon needs it. I mean, we could have made things a lot easier, like if we decided to play white version, where we faced Reshiram, but I like to fight the same team. I like to do the same game. I'm not a fan of switching games just for the hell of it. I'm not a fan of that. Oh yeah, definitely Victory Road Trainers as well. For sure. 1 second. Okay, let's go ahead and make the ROM. Do Victory Road Trainers instead of Miss Stralton Cave? Yeah, but what if we need an extra level? I mean, I guess it is extremely out of the way. Alright, I'll just need to go ahead and quickly make the moveset images for the overlay. Should only take a minute. The only problem with acrobatics is it doubles its power if you don't have an item, so returning cross poison for the Victory Road training. Yeah, we'll have to hold on to the lucky egg. Honestly, wait. We technically don't need acrobatics until the league. Honestly, we'll probably get the TM and just not use it, so that way we can keep fly for a majority of the game. We can always go to the move deleter. Alright, moveset images are done. Excuse me. I've mostly gotten over my sinuses, but I still have some problems. Crobat TM set? Alright. Here's the thing, Dominic. If you're holding an item, which for most of the training, we're going to be holding a lucky egg, it's only going to be 55 power. Hey, it's an actual starter. Oh. If you're wondering why I reset there, my controller was still using the Gen 1 controllers because I was playing some red and blue recently. Okay, now that should be the Gen 5 controls. Kind of reminds you of Grow Valley. Kind of does, yeah. But yeah, as soon as we get the lucky egg, we should actually do optional training. Like, I'm thinking purposefully do the Celestic Tower trainers. And, hey, actually, where are some other good places to train? I don't think Shadow Stitch is here right now, but, do you happen to know any good training spots, like, where there's a lot of decent trainers? Like, I'm thinking Celestic Tower is going to be one of them. It's got to be spots, like, after the lucky egg. No, not the stadium trainers, though they're too low leveled, they're crap. Screech, Supersonic, Leech Life, and Astonish. Oh, God. Well, I might actually lose to Oshawott. Remember in the Polyworld stream yesterday, I actually lost to Bianca. What point in the game do you need training for? N. I have to face Zekrom with a Crobat. My plan is just confuse Ray and pray. I mean, I'll have cross poison for it, I think. But I want as high of a level as possible, just to prepare for it. Wisp Mountain, Route 9, Route 10, Victory Road. Good to know. Thank you. Alright, now let's give ourselves the nature that we want. Yeah, Shadow Stitch. We were actually considering Hidden Power, but this thing's special attack is just far too horrible, and it takes so long to get. I don't think it's worth it. I think Brave is plus attack minus speed? It is. Alright, should we go Inner Focus, or Infiltrator? What is Infiltrator? Is Infiltrator a good ability? Let me take a look. Passes through the foe's barrier and strikes? Oh, so it ignores Reflect and Light Screen. That would be useful if, wait, it can also bypass Safeguard. That's kind of pointless, though. I mean, the Zekrom has Light Screen, but we're not really using special moves. So yeah, we're just going to go Inner Focus just so we don't get flinches. So I hope you're happy, Shadow. We're not going with, hidden abilities. Is there a thing? Not all Pokemon have good hidden abilities. It attacks even if it uses Protect and Substitute. The Pokemon DB page said just the screens, but I guess I can look it up on Bulbapedia. No, it... Oh, wait, no, that was only starting Generation 7. In Gen 7 onward... Wait, it says, moves used by a Pokemon with Infiltrator, except Transform and Skydrop, also bypass Substitutes. Yeah, that was starting Gen 7. In Gens 5 and 6, it's just Reflect, Light Screen, Safeguard, and Mist. So yeah, no. It's not going to bypass Substitute, and even if it did, no one in this game has Substitute. Yep, save file is made. Hey, that's something I didn't know either. I had actually looked that up, so don't feel bad. I didn't even know what the ability even did. Alright, so our nature is Brave, and our ability is Inner Focus. Yeah, we definitely had a longer planning session for sure. I mean, Poliwhirl, we didn't think it needed much planning, but we really needed to plan for the Zekrom. Sure. Oh, give me 1 second, I'll make an over-under. Alright, let's think of an over-under. I'm mostly over my sinuses, but not completely. It's always during early June they're at their worst. Alright, so let's take a look at the leaderboard. Honestly, the main thing I'm thinking of is this could be like Mandibuzz, because Mandibuzz was very bad. But the thing is, Mandibuzz had far worse attacking stats, and it also had to deal with Zekrom. I mean, it had the defenses, but do I think this is better or worse than Mandibuzz? I think this is going to be better than Mandibuzz, because Mandibuzz got coverage, but it had, like, no offense. And I think it was in the slow level up group, too, which is really, really bad in Gen 5. So honestly, I think this is going to be better, for sure. I'm going to put the over-under, I think, 138. Just because I'm not completely sure. Yeah, 138 to 140. If you're also wondering why the badges are popping in and out, I have those set to the number keys. It's why, like, whenever I type a badge, you can actually see the text on the bottom. So if you ever see in videos there's text down there, it's me hitting the button. I should probably disable that at some point. Rockme Mons are just not happy in this region. Also, Volcarona has a garbage learn set. It absolutely does. The fact it doesn't get Fiery Dance until level 100 is just a war crime. Oh, here's an interesting thing I want to show off. Hold on. I'm going to reset. Look, during this intro here, look when I turbo. You see, like, nothing's happened. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to show this off. Yeah, you see how the screen's frozen? Gen 5 really does not like turbo for some reason. Like, if I try to turbo during the intro, it actually can kind of freeze. So I have to, like, just manually use the A button. Really weird. Yeah, Bug Buzz at 70. Yeah. Well, Volcarona was also 4x weak to it. Alright, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. I think it's because the fact that the intro is like a 3D cutscene, and like Gen 4 wasn't 3D. Alright, so I think Chili's going to be just fine for a fully evolved. I mean, I don't even know who the hardest of those three would be. It would probably have to be... Well, technically Silent would be the easiest. But I think Chili or... Crest would be just as equal. If only Snarl was available and not unobtainable. Well, good luck. I won't be as active as I'm editing a video right now, but I did want to stop and say hi. Well, thanks for stopping by, Shadow. Be sure to check in later. Like, every, 30 minutes if you want to take a break. Just come in. Yeah, I am not looking forward to Getsus. Or not Getsus. It's N. N is going to be really bad. And here's the thing. When we finally beat N, if I lose to Getsus, I'm blacking out. So that way I don't have to fight N again. It's a valid strat you can do. So when's our next good move? Level 13. Dude, Astonish and Leech Life at the start is not good. Grab Shell Bell as an emergency item. Where is the Shell Bell again? I've never gotten it in this game before. If this was Black 2, then you would have to worry about Getsus. Well, Getsus is in the game as well. I'm not really sure what the point is. Well, at least the Purloin's gonna be easy. Black 2 gets says Black Kyurem. Oh, yeah. I mean, the White Kyurem still has, ice moves. Then again, Kyurem is a wild Pokemon, so he will have random AI. I can always just count on it being dumb and, like, going for, like, Slash or a 2-turn Ice Burn. Driftveil. Okay. I should probably use a Screech first. You know what's funny? I was telling Zealous Pawn before the stream about some of the ground rules we would set for the stream tomorrow, and I mentioned he was going to have to deal with Zubats in Mount Moon, and I ended up getting Zubat's final evolution, which is kind of ironic. Yeah, there is the expert build. I don't know how useful it's going to be. And the only reason I say that, I actually need to heal. The reason I have to heal is because I'm almost out of Leech Lives. And if I'm out of Leech Lives, I cannot attack Bianca's Lillipup. Get out of there. Oh, really? Oh yeah, I buy the Moo Moo Milk there. I'm gonna fight Bianca first before I fight the youngster. Yeah, I'm gonna start off with a Screech. Alright, Oshawott, Screech, Astonish. Honestly, it's just a good thing we get Astonish. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely going to need to do an early heal. Plus, I think it's going to be a good idea to do Dream Yard first. Because I would like Bite as soon as possible. Man, I kind of wish this was the Gen 7 Leech Life, where it was bumped to 80 base power. No fun fact, because in Gen 7 they made Leech Life an 80 power move, they gave a Zubat, instead of Leech Life at the level 1, they gave it Absorb. Which honestly is actually kind of better for Zubat, not gonna lie. Just because it would give it good answers for rock types. Not really, because hardly anybody in this game uses Substitute. I can't think of a single NPC that has a Pokemon with Substitute. I really cannot. Honestly, it would make no difference. And besides, the ability to never get flinched is quite nice. Yeah, so it looks like we're not going to get Bite before the gym leader. Alright, so yeah, there is a chance I'm going to have to leave this gym and heal, just because I got to make sure I have Leech Lives. Dude, stop missing Screech. Oh, guess what? The Poliwhirl stream got copyright claimed again. It was based on the Accumula Town music by the same guy who kept claiming my streams the last couple of weeks. Like, that guy is really starting to piss me off. But fortunately, though, if you do the erase music feature in YouTube Studio quickly enough, that guy should not get a single penny. Because YouTube always takes a couple of days. Like, the guy's literally claiming music that's not even his. He's literally committing fraud. My god, that guy's getting worked up. Yeah, there are people who like to say, like, it's always the like, Nintendo claiming music. I've never been claimed by Nintendo. Actually, I've been claimed by Pokemon one time, and it was for the Let's Go Pikachu Eevee intro theme, because I guess it's used in the anime. That was the only time. Every other time, it's by random lo-fi Pokemon artists on YouTube with like 2,000 subs or something. It's always them. Because YouTube will send them an email, say, hey, this guy might be using your remixed song that you registered with YouTube Music. They don't even check half the time. They're just like, yeah, whatever, he's probably doing it. Like, here's the thing. I've tried to fight one of those claims before, and it actually got turned down because the email said that the guy says you did it, so obviously he's correct. And I remember I was so mad I deleted the whole stream. Yeah, those kind of people really piss me off. It's the same guy, too. Oh, I have Bite now. What I miss? Everything. Alright, let me put Bite in slot 1. Yeah, Dark offensively in Unova isn't the best just because of the huge abundance of Dark types, but at least I have Leech Life. You're looking at N's ranges right now. That's good. Is a troll here? No, it was a joke. Well, don't have to buy antidotes this time. That's nice. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do these trainers here. Because, I think Lenora will be a little difficult. Who would be the Fly Mule? Crobat. Give me a minute. Okay. Resume. Great Pokemon, correct nature. Yeah, this is definitely the correct nature for it, but I'm really worried about the final battle with N because he's going to have Zekrom. That thing has Fusion Bolt. I'm really worried about that, plus the abundance of Pokemon with rock moves. Also, I did the math for this in my head. A super effective Leech Life is actually better than a resisted bite. Or weaknesses? Let's see. I think it's weak to Psychic, Rock, Ice. Psychic, Rock, Ice, Electric. I think that's about it. You know, I'm kind of curious what that item is. Oh, guess I may as well catch it. Super Potion. I mean, that's worth it, I'd say. Usual vote for the over for me. I would absolutely vote over on that poll, because I am very terrified of it. Like, here's the thing. Whether people vote over or under, I don't view it as, like, a reflection of my skills or gameplay. I want people to view it as, like, how well do you think the Pokemon will do? Because I'll play every Pokemon as good as I can. Like, don't vote over because you think I'm bad. You vote over because you really don't think it's going to be that good. Aw, seriously? Alright, there's the Woobat. Blackout grind in the league, huh? I think Poliwrath suffered the same fate, had to stall for BP. Honestly, the final solution did not end up being that. The, oh, I'm already full. The proper solution is just, Eviol. It's substitute and use the Eviolite, because if it's holding the Eviolite, the Zekrom is almost guaranteed to go light screen, because it can't detect a kill. And then I can use that light screen turn to use Belly Drum. That ended up being the answer. Your favorite Pokemon? Crobat is not my favorite. It's one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. Yeah, I thought stalling was the answer. But no, for Crobat, the answer is going to be Confuse Ray. I just got to Confuse Ray and hope I can two-shot it with Cross Poison. Number 2? Top 5. Sorry. Resume. The big problem is called Kling Klang. You think Kling Klang's gonna be worse than Zekrom? Supersonic. Uh-oh. Dude? Dude? Wing attack. Oh, that is great timing, actually. Get rid of this. That is really great timing. Oh, it's using Bide. Oh, thank God. You absolute idiot. He was doing the Ultimate Kaizo run today. Hopefully it goes well. He's not doing Ultimate Kaizo. He's doing most of the Kaizo rules, except he's not doing random stats and random moves, because to him, that's not even Pokemon anymore. But I think he's doing every other rule. I might be there and chat with him, maybe. We'll see. No Cross Poison. This thing gets 5 level 1 moves, and Cross Poison got cut off, so if we want it, we have to go to the move reminder and bring a heart scale. And we will be getting it. Oh. Oh man, if Bite's doing that little damage to Lenora, part of me thinks I should actually go do training first. And then again, I could just use a single Screech. Yeah, I think I should actually do the Pinwheel Forest training. Because I don't even think I can consistently knock out the Herdier. Because if I could knock out the Herdier, I could Blackout Train. You believe level 78 is the right level? I'm going to take your word for that, Axio. But I want to do more training, because I don't feel confident that I can consistently black out on the Herdier. So, Axio, what makes you think level 78 is correct? Like, what damage range did you look at where you were like, yeah, we need 78? Yeah, Steve doesn't really like Fire Red as much. Abilities confuse him. He's a Gen 1 boomer. It's 78 Cross Poison 2-shot Sekrum, guaranteed. So that means we wouldn't have to rely on Confuse Ray. Oh my. You know, I should have expected that. I think that was a 5-hit, too. I think that was a 5-hit Rock Blast. I'm not giving him that win. Can't believe he got me. How dare you? Honestly, I think at that high of a level, we will end up surviving Fusion Bolt. Oh god. The preschoolers are a pain. Yeah, somehow the preschoolers have OP Pokemon. Their mommy and daddy must have given it to them. I am kind of curious what some of these items are. If we don't run an item, Double Power Acrobatics will 2-shot Kling Kling and put Archeops in Defeatist range. That is really good. So wait, does that mean our moveset for N and Getsus has to be, well, do you still suggest, Axu, we should have, do you still think we should have Confuse Ray, though? Is there any Pokemon where Confuse Ray might increase our chances? Or something else like Substitute? I know Acrobatics is broken. I planned to use it, Dominic. You didn't need to convince me. I believe Caracosta for Confuse Ray. I think so, yeah, because that would break the Substitute. Alright, I think level 20 we can consistently knock out Herdier. Steve changed things up's not a surprise. Remember he was racing the random runs as a thing before backports? Only changed due to the viewers. That was true, yeah. People generally did not like him. Oh my god. Can anyone rewind if tell me if that was a crit or if Watchhog is that strong? Sorry. Oh my god. Get in the stairs. And ironically, the strongest Watchhog has a minus attack nature. Dang. Confuse Ray. So long, Screech. Aw, seriously? Yeah, just Blackout Train until we win. Basically all we can do. Yeah, listen. This is not Aerodactyling Lenora. Aerodactyling Lenora is when I save and reset until I win. This is the Chansey strat. It's where you just black out until you win, but you attempt to win each time. Like I'm not defeating the Herdier and purposefully losing to Watchhog. That's just blackout training. Darn. I'm not sure when Majora's Mask came out, so I don't know. Dude, I hate how Wing Attack is doing less than half right now. But I think once I get to 23, it'll be fine. Darn, it was close. Yeah, Pignite is really, really good in this game. Like, you know how people in Gen 1 say, like, the Grass-type starter is the best? Well, one, they're wrong, because Bulbasaur kind of stinks in the early game, because you don't get Vine Whip to level 13. I think the best starter for the Kanto games is actually Squirtle. In Unova, I think the best starter is actually Tepig. This is why I don't like all the hatred towards Tepig. Tepig in the original Gen 5 games was probably the best starter. Samurott was actually middle of the road. Superior was just flat out bad. I really should have reapplied the Confuse Ray. Oh, Sandman did black and white. He never finished the run. Well, John, I already did it in X and Y and Platinum for you. You're not getting more out of me for that. Yeah, once I get to level 23, Wing Attack should be a 2-shot. Does Lenora not believe in hitting herself? Don't make me route Bulbasaur again. Axew, I don't even think you routed the X and Y Bulbasaur run. I think I routed that myself. I think you refused. Dang, it's a range. Oh yeah, it's definitely a range. There we go. Oh, I forgot to mark the first badge. Oops. We are gaining attack EVs per blackout. That is true. Doesn't Herdier give 2 attack? Just because I think first stage evolutions give 1, usually a middle evolution gives 2, and the final evolution gives 3. I think you watched me on Discord playing WoW. I did finish it, but it was 30 minutes more than your run. Ah. Yeah, Axe, you imagine if you could get Macho Brace this early. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fight the bridge trainers right here, because I am gonna backtrack for this rare candy. Fortunately, though, the next gym leader, Berg, is going to be an absolute joke. Levani is 4 times weak to flying. Dwebble does have Smackdown, though. Oh no, Torment! Whatever shall I do? Actually, I should really put Wing Attack in slot 1. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. He gives a Chesto Berry, plus he has a Herdier, which is really good training. Good experience. Oh, this one doesn't have Intimidate. You know what's funny? In Omega Ruby, in the very first battle you have with Maxie, his Mighty N has Intimidate, but in the final one, it doesn't. So the lead Blackout Grind moveset should be Wing Attack, Shadow Ball, X Scissor, and Bite. Makes sense. Oh, quick question. How would we do Blackout training in the League? Because you can do the League in any order you want. Like, would we have to, like, beat the first 3 and then the 4th one purposefully die? Like, how do you Blackout train in a League where you could go anywhere you want? Isn't this guy good? Doesn't this guy have, like, the Elemental Monkeys? A Elemental Monkey. I, for some reason, thought he'd be better training than that. We both did our bowl sorts differently. I went with Hidden Power Rock, you went with Hidden Power Ground. I believe our nations were different. I don't remember. It's been a while. But I do want to do more X and Y. That opportunity is not going to come for a while, though. I think the next time I'm doing X and Y is in August. Yeah, but, where is Shadow Ball? I actually don't remember if I've ever picked it up in one of these runs before. Actually, I think that old man blocks it until you've seen one of them. Hold on. Relic Castle, thanks. And resume. Yeah, until I can get over my sinuses, uh, I'm gonna have to keep pausing every now and then if I need to blow my nose. I do try to remember to mute the mic, though, so that you have to hear that. Alright, so just as an emergency, I am gonna get both Attract and Rest. They're just gonna be backup TMs. You never know if we need them. You know what? Since I'm up here anyway, I may as well actually do the training. Well, I don't really need the training for Berg. Should I get Flash? We can't learn Flash, never mind. Should I do the Battle Company? No. I think the Battle Company should only be done if we're gonna struggle with Berg. But then again, Elisa's gonna be an issue. I think we should actually do Battle Company. I am kind of worried about Elisa. Oh, wait a minute. Is Cross Poison a high crit move? I think it is. Do you think Scope Lens could be useful at any point? What's the chance of a crit if we use a high crit move with Scope Lens? You know, it always looked like Timber was holding a loaf of bread. You know, I am really happy that Wing Attack gets so many power points. It's quite nice. But again, Double Power Acrobatics would give us the damage for N5. Yeah, but it honestly wouldn't really help anywhere else. Air Cutter. You know what? It's better than Leech Life. Yeah, I think we're only gonna end up learning Cross Poison once. Because I mean, if we're gonna hold on to Bite, we'll have to keep it. But actually, I don't think we need. I don't think we're gonna wait. Is Substitute even gonna be needed if our plan is just gonna be level 78 and just two shot with and we'll have Confuse, right? I don't think we need Substitute. Well, substitute let us eat the fusion bolt. Wait a minute. I assumed you said cross poison would be a 2-shot. Wasn't that also assuming we survived the fusion bolt? Or are we going to go for substitute turn 1 and expect him to turn 2 light screen? I think he would turn 2 light screen if he does not detect the kill. So at level 78, how much damage does fusion bolt do? It will turn 2 light screen? Alright, see, I guess we will need it. This is something I do whenever my nose feels like it's starting to run. I'll leave it in there for a couple of minutes, and then when I take it out, my nose isn't running. It is going to look like I have a bloody nose, but just bear with me. Alright, air cutter, 1-shot, Webble, 2-shot. Smackdown really did not do much damage, actually. There we go. What is the ranking of what Raichu and Waitu? I did do a second playthrough of it with, what the main difference was with that move, with that run. I actually taught a Signal Beam to it because I had no idea you could get 10 red stars for free in that game. So, what I actually did was taught Raichu Signal Beam, and that actually helped it out a lot. I mean, I'm sure it could always be better, but then again, I kind of have to accept that my White 2 challenge mode runs are just gonna have more resets just because challenge mode is a lot harder. Hey, at least Air Slash lets us bypass Intimidate. Am I gonna end up blacking out? Surely not, right? Okay, Bianca, that was just bad. She focused energied instead of using Razor Shell. Would you believe if I told you it was one of the best? No. Had a better time than Mewtwo? Does that mean you need to re-rank Mewtwo? Mewtwo has to deal with the early game dark types. Oh. I mean, I guess the slow level up group would also make a difference with that. Alright, so, question. Should we teach Return? I think we should, because I think Return is going to be my answer for Elisa. Yeah, I can delete Air Slash for it, or Air Cutter. Air Cutter is not that good. It's literally a worse version of Wing Attack. Alright, gotta make sure I go get Strength, but I'm gonna buy a few more Paralyze heals. Just gonna get this girl out of the way. Alright, save here. It's kind of awful how if you black out, you literally have to do this all over again. Actually, wait, what's the speed stat of Elisa's, Zip Strike, 72. In White 2 challenge mode, I think it's like 91. I think Wing Attack is still effectively better. I don't have my overlay to tell me what friendship I'm at, but I'm quite confident Wing Attack is better here. Also, Raichu gets some great moves in Sun. Focus, Miss, Grass Knot, Brick Break, and Hidden Power Ice. And it starts with Thunderbolt. Nice. Hey, Alexander. Alright, let's have a sneak peek for how well Return does here. Oh my... Really? That had to have been a crit spark. Because I refuse to believe a non-crit spark would have done that much damage. I mean, on the bright side, since I don't have my HM users for like a third of the game, at least I black out very quickly. Oh my god, the AI is so stupid. No, 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 no. Aww. I didn't. I did the plans my friend Logan. I'm not sure what plans you're talking about, Alexander. Crobat continues being bad in all games. Gen 2 is not great. Yeah, Crobat is a great Pokemon, but it is not good in solo runs. Honestly, I kind of want to know how good Crobat does in Gen 6 with the introduction of the Fairy type. Because Crobat did become a lot better when Fairy was introduced. Oh my god. Yeah, Lisa's gonna suck. They're a good held item. I guess just an Oranberry. I'm not using acrobatics yet. Maybe I should go Bite first and hope for the flinch, because it's going to be a 2-shot anyway? Oh, it's exactly a 2-shot with Bite. Okay. Strike, Bite. Flinch. Return. Alright, am I going to get very lucky? I got very lucky in this Elisa fight. Static did not activate until it didn't matter. That was really lucky. The plan was literally Aerodactyl her until I could not get paralyzed. Because here's the thing. You actually cannot get Cherry Berries before Elisa in this game. So that was the only way to beat her. Yeah, that was a real Ike moment right there. The fact that I first tried her. It should have taken multiple tries. Oh, right, I forgot. Bianca does this. Alright, so I'm going to do a little time save trick that Shadow Stitch told me. It was something he just came up with. There we go. The rare candy on Route 16 that needs cut, don't even bother getting that until you have to fly back here for the Relic Castle part. Honestly, Resto Chesto could have also worked, because there's really no... Well, I could have honestly unlearned... I don't know. I think I just had to keep going until I got an attempt where I never got paralyzed. Oh, ha, take that. Charon's fake out moves are not going to work on me. Yeah, Inner Focus. Inner Focus isn't as useful for Crobat because of how fast it is. It's good for preventing Fake Out, but not really much else. I mean, it's better than Infiltrator. Because Infiltrator bypasses the effects of Reflect, Light Screen, and Safeguard. But the only Pokemon I can think of that has one of those moves is Zekrom with Light Screen. I'll get this as a backup. I'm actually going to buy more Moo Moo Milks than I normally do. I'm going to buy 24. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get the protein here. I know you get so many attack EVs, but using this protein will get me some more. Reshiram Reflect. Yeah, that's true. I guess I should have been more specific. Ends Dragon. Oops. Alright, question. What's the correct plan for Excadrill? Honestly, I think for Excadrill, we just have to confuse Ray and Hope. How would Crobat do in X and Y? I don't know, actually. I think it would probably be similar to Black and White. Honestly, Crobat is just not the best in solo runs in general. I wonder what my friendship is at by now. Here's the other thing. When you use a vitamin, you gain 2 friendship. That protein actually helped. Doesn't Crobat start with a higher amount of friendship than normal? Gym Challenge is a mixed bag. The Elite Four might be okay for it, but you're going to have to rely on a lot of acrobatics. Like, what's Crobat's starting friendship? Like, I think friendship evolutions tend to start with high friendship. $70. Ah. Wing attack might be a little bit better, I think. Crunch. Well, I have a way to test. Okay, return is actually doing more damage. Good to know. Confuse Ray. Oh my. How did it do so little? Did my first return crit or something? Yeah, it had to have crit. Oh my god. Honestly, would you call that iking the fight if it was second try? I think I would. That extra drill has to hit itself a lot. Burn them all on Croc Rock. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. But then again, I was really worried about, Torment. Wait, where's the Shell Bell? Hold on. Second house to the right. Thanks. Alright, resume. That's a guy who wants to trade. What? Oh. I'll have to come back for that. Yeah, actually, you probably should have mentioned you need to see 50 Pokemon first. You get Shell Bell after the tower. I guess that would have been a little helpful, but at least we know for next time. Oh yeah, holding on to Bite is also a really good answer for the Musharnas. Alright, so we're not going to be teaching, we're going to be using Return as our main source of damage now, but I still would like the extra damage of Fly. Oh, use a Repel. But yeah, we'll get the TM for Acrobatics from Skyla. We're not going to need it until the League, I think. Alright, lucky egg. Alright, I do not want to fight. The good thing during those cutscenes, the guy can't see you. Fire gem. On the bright side, medium fast might come through for us. Well, probably not, because medium fast only becomes better than medium slow at level 68. And we're probably going to be 68 before candies anyway. Honestly, medium fast is not helping us. Holy, that was a flying gem, right? Question, does acrobatics still get the boost if flying gem is consumed? It does? Okay. Shame, though. I don't think it's going to be useful. You know what's funny? At the start of the stream, I was actually thinking Haze could actually have some uses, but it really doesn't. Alright, I'm going to go down to the basement and get the rare candy. Ghost gem. Honestly, the bike is really good for skipping spinners just because the bike is so fast. Gems are gone after Gen 6, so only in this game is it broken. 50% boost one time, I would say yes. Electro Web. I thought only Weedle gets that move. Oh, that was actually kind of close. But normal nowadays is cringe. Yeah, I think it... Honestly... I don't know why normal gem is the only one that's still around. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do... we're not gonna do all of Route 7. We're gonna do all of the Celestic Tower for training. We're not gonna do Twist Mountain either, but, I think the Pokemon Rangers outside the Celestic Tower are good. Hey, Axu, I found you. Okay, this person's actually good. Too bad they give some of the worst berries in the game. By the way, I'm going to fire Houndoom and Crystal. I'm going to do Curse Roar Tech for red. Am I doing Houndoom and Crystal at some point, or are you just doing that for fun? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Game Freak has actually acknowledged the whole 7.8 out of 10 too much water Omega Ruby review from IGN. In the Ultra Sun Ultra Moon games, if you take a picture with Rotom and there's too much water in it, one of the comments can be 7.8 out of 10 too much water. Like, even they know about it. It's hilarious that they did that. Then again, Alola has too much water. Alright, so yeah, instead of using the B button to skip all these people, I'm actually going to be purposefully fighting them. You spin me right round, baby. Darn. I'm going to be doing that. Crobat. Duosion. Man, that's a Pokemon I never see. Alright, let's fight the nurse for the fat fish. Aw, dude. That thing has Protect. I mean, John, not many Pokemon games have a lot of ice types in them. Oh, you've got to be kidding. No. No, 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 no. I literally cannot believe that happened. A blackout because of an Ice Fang freeze. Something that's a 10% chance to happen literally just happened. That is literally no fault of my own. That was just really bad luck. Wow. Well, that sucks. I have to climb the tower again. I literally cannot believe that happened. Here's the thing, though. Ice Fang technically has also a separate 10% chance to flinch. It's actually possible to get both. Like, for example, if Thunder Fang hit you, it could paralyze you and flinch you. They're both separate events. Should I get Poison Fang? No. I'm getting Cross Poison soon. The move reminder is in Miss Stralton. Here's the question. What move am I going to get rid of? I'm keeping Bite. I'm keeping Fly. Honestly, probably delete Return. I think, because I only really needed Return for Elisa. Yeah, I think delete Return for Cross Poison. I think this house... That's the move deleter. Alright, Cross Poison. Honestly, Confuse Ray really isn't that useful anymore. Well, it's actually going to be used for one thing in the final end fight, so yeah, get rid of Return. Wow, Cross Poison had more PP than I thought. Yeah, I'm going to keep Cross Poison in slot 1. In Black and White, the N in Gets is... I mean, N has a Vanillix, but it's not really that good. I mean, the Lost Actor is horrible. Ice types aren't really a problem in this game. And in X and Y, there is the, I can't remember what the place is called, but it's the cave the Abomasnow's in. Frost Cavern, I think. That place has some trainers with ice types. Oh no, Razor Wind. Whatever shall I do? My god, this person's so bad. Alright, Acrobatics. Alright, I'm going to teach Fly as well to Pidove here. Because I do plan to delete Fly on Crobat. Probably not going to happen until the league. Oh, X-Scissor. Do we want X-Scissor right now? Not really. X-Scissor is going to be needed in the league, but not now. I mean, Fly is taking up space on the moveset. How bad are grass types in Black version? I've never played a grass type in Black version, but in Black 2 and White 2, they are horrendously awful. Because in those games, Skyla is actually competent. I'd say they're still bad. Most regions hate grass types. Most do. I guess you could make an argument except for Hoenn. Oh, I should have checked that. Steven fight is bad. That is true, actually. Grass types really have to rely on hidden power. But the main reason grass types are bad is basically just a lack of coverage. What's my speed? 142. I think I outspeed everything in the game already. What hidden power would you need for Steven? It depends on the Pokemon. What I've tended to notice that the more useful ones are usually hidden power fire, hidden power ground, or in some cases, hidden power water. Hidden power bug could be useful for Steven depending on who you struggle on. It really does depend on the Pokemon. For grass types, like I said, depends on the Pokemon. If we won Venusaur, what HP it would need? I don't know, John. I'm not looking at the moveset right now. Like, I literally don't know. Oh, it just swaggered me. Uh-oh. Okay, phew. At least I can still say this guy is bad. Sorry, John, if I sounded a bit snappy, but I can only really focus on one Pokemon at a time. Unless it's a run I've done before, I can't give you an answer on what the moveset would be. I really cannot. Who is the worst Ice-type gym leader? Probably Price. I think the Lost Actor is a little bit better than Price. I just realized I'm running a bit low on moves. Alright, I have any ethers? Okay. I had to use my ethers. Yeah, if there's around 10 rare candies in the game, I'll need to make sure I grind to level 68. That's going to be kind of rough. Yeah, we'll definitely have to blackout train the league for sure. Honestly, I think they don't make ice gym leaders early because ice types in the early game are kind of OP. I think that's the reason they didn't. Like, why do you think they... I don't think they've ever made a dragon gym any earlier than the 7th. Yeah, honestly, I think Venusaur might actually suck in Gen 5 because in Gen 5, in all of the Gen 5 games, I think Swords Dance is either in the Battle Subway or the post game. So Venusaur will not have access to its setup move. It would have to use Growth. But at least in Gen 5, Growth also raises your attack. Like, it's basically a clone of Workup. So it wouldn't be too bad, I think. Yeah, I sure hope y'all voted over. Alright, I'm gonna go around and get some of the fly rare candies first. Alright, gotta go get the Route 16 candy. Dude, I keep thinking I have a repel on. Alright, I think Shadow also said there is a rare candy in the Lost Lauren Forest, but the problem is it's locked behind Waterfall. And Waterfall is so out of the way, it may as well not exist, but I think for Poliwhirl, when I redo it offline at some point, it needs to get Waterfall. It's literally the only way to do both N and Getsus without blacking out. Oh dang, we can learn Thief, but not Fling. Darn. Fling is actually a fun move to use. Why am I talking to this person? Alright, I do need to remember to go get Shadow Ball. Question. Do you guys think I should get the Poison Barb? Boost the power of Cross Poison? Or would it be better to hold Scope Lens? Because I think if my guessing is correct, I think a high crit move with scope lens is like a 25 to a 30% chance to crit. I can't remember where the poison barb is, which is kind of ironic because I got the poison barb in my very first Nidoking run like 2 years ago, and I can't remember where it is. Here's the thing when you do so many different games like I do, it's hard to memorize every little thing at once. Like, for example, I can memorize where N's PP up is. It's right over here. Oh, you son of a... The repel ran out, and I ended up mashing B. Oh my god, I am so bad at this. Route 8. That's too vague. You need to be a little more clear than that. Where on Route 8? I mean, John, if you want, in the black and white channel in my Discord server, Axew has a guide for all the type boosting items, so you can just look in there. Oh, before I go to Route 8, I should go get the Shell Bell just in case. Poison Bar, Route 8 near where Sledge Bomb is to the left. Thank you. There it is. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, John. The good thing I actually made that guide. My Discord server is filled with all sorts of solo run guides for people who want to do any of the games I do. There's like Ether, Elixir locations, Rare Candy locations, PP ups, type boosting items, any other generic information. Seriously? Probably should have used Fly there. Just need the TM locations? I'm not gonna do that just because, one, that would take far too long, and two, it really depends on the Pokemon. Like, if you're deciding on a game plan for a Pokemon, you should look at its TM set and be like, I might want that. Where is it? I'm not gonna make a guide for every TM location. That would just take far too long. I mean, I guess if we don't do pictures, instead just have raw text, then maybe. But no, we don't need to do TM locations. But no, I don't think that's going to be necessary. I'm not usually looking in... I don't need, like, a TM guide. Oh, I should really leave and heal at the center. I did not realize my PP was that bad. I mean, I guess unless I want to link a video of someone else who made a TM guide. Like, I'm sure there's a TM guide for every game, like, where to find every TM. I mean, John, if you want to make it, you feel free to. Actually, I don't even think you're in my Discord server. Yeah, if anybody in my server ever wants to add to those guides, they're free to. But if it's not useful information, I will delete it. You are? Ah. Yeah, you don't have to be a mod or anything to put something in there. I just trust that people don't chat in there. But if people do, I delete it. Oh boy, the Drud again. Yeah, I severely overestimated this run. Oh man, this thing is not gonna beat the game in 138 to 140. I hope y'all voted over. Oh god. Air slash? No. You voted the in-between? Yeah, that may not have been correct either. I thought it would have been better than Mandibuzz, but this thing might actually end up being worse. Because we need a super high level, but Mandibuzz didn't really because Mandibuzz is very defensive, so it didn't need as high of a level to survive. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the other thing. Mandibuzz gets Nasty Plot. I completely forgot about that. It had a setup move. Yeah, this thing was not going to do better. I'm kind of dumb for even thinking that. Funnily enough, this thing actually gets Nasty Plot as an egg move. Hey, at least I didn't get any resets in the Drayden's gym this time. Yeah, setup moves are awesome. Did that thing just try to use revenge? Man, you know what's interesting? This Pokemon still only has one reset, but 9 blackouts. I mean, then again, I have been overtraining, but then again, all of this training is for N. We're going to get a buttload of resets in N, that's for sure. Unless we Ike our way through him. But here's the thing, though. When we end up beating N, if we lose to Getsus, we will black out. Alright, I'm actually going to do a bunch of the trainers on Route 10 here, because a lot of the trainers are actually pretty good XP. Not many runs need to fight them. I mean, obviously with Lucky Egg, there's barely a reason to fight them, but we're going to need a very high level for N. Blackouts can be worse than resets. True, true, but on the leaderboard it looks more impressive. The reason my leaderboard doesn't track blackouts is because I only started tracking blackouts as of recent, so a lot of those runs wouldn't have a blackout counter. So I just don't track blackouts. And here's the thing, like, a lot of the blackouts were actually intentional. Like, I think Lenora gave me 7. I had 1 blackout in the Celestial Tower, all because of an Ice Fang freeze. Where else did I get a blackout at? I can't remember. I think that was my more recent one. I am tracking blackouts for the new Pokemon. I mean, yeah, if I started tracking blackouts at the very beginning, I would have it on the leaderboard as well, but kind of too late for me to change that. So I only track resets. Because resets and blackouts are different. Blackouts are a part of the run, resets are not. Reset means like a Pokemon got really set back. Honestly, there's actually a chance we may not need to blackout train in the league. It depends on how much XP the trainers in Victory Road give us. I think there's a black belt in the grass up there. Yeah, there is. It can be worse if you forgot to save. That is true, but for this Pokemon, it really doesn't matter, because most of the blackouts were intentional. Like Lenora, the 7 of the 9 blackouts were intentional. It was to train on Lenora until I eventually won. So if we don't count those, I only really had 2 blackouts. I'm gonna save here, actually. Oh, that guy's not a trainer. Hey, I found Roar. I seriously got the 5% fly miss. Wow. I think that's the first time fly missed today. When's Steve doing his stream? 11 minutes. I seriously got another fly miss. Dude. I think if it is blackout training, then it's not the same. Blackout because you Hey, Victory Road Audino. Nice. Well, I'm not going to count those as resets. A reset is when I reset the game and progress gets erased. A blackout means, like, I get to keep the experience and it's all part of the game time. That's what I call the difference. Like, blackout is part of the run. Resets are not. I mean, I can definitely see an argument for, like, only tracking accidental blackouts, but, like, blackouts that are intentional should not count, but that's just crossing muddy water. I'd rather just count them all the same. Yeah, I don't know where all the trainers are, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fight everybody I see. Also, how many candies am I gonna have when I use them all before end, including the End's Castle candy? 11. So I need to be, before rare candies, 67. So how many more levels until I need? Like, how many do I need? 5. I just need 5 more levels. I don't think Victory Road trainers are going to be enough to get me 5 levels. Because unlike Black 2 and White 2, Victory Road does not have that many trainers. How hard is N? Here's a hint. He has a Zekrom. With a Fusion Bolt. And level 78 is actually the earliest we can fight him, to where Fusion Bolt is only going to do around half. Because if it does a lot more, it'll always go for Fusion Bolt and break the substitute. Because we need the turn 2 light screen in order to do better. Yeah, if it was Reshiram, we'd be doing a little better. That's why white version would actually be easier for this thing. But I prefer to play the same game. I'm not a fan of changing games. Hey, a full restore. Hey, look, a Volibear. It's only 20 levels away from evolving. Oh, seriously? Are Heatmore good XP? They're okay. Seriously, stuff like this is why I would never ban the Lucky Egg. I like how Fly just makes the Mienshao crash. It's hilarious. Hey, first time ever, I'm actually fighting this doctor for healing. Sun and Ultramoon. No, John, that's different. Those games are completely different. But Black and White. I'm not gonna go down there. But like Black and White, for example, the only difference is, one, the dragon that N uses, and B, the 8th gym leader between Drayden or Iris. Iris, the only difference is that Iris's Pokemon are female, and the Dredigan has Sheer Force instead of Rough Skin. But other than that, the teams are virtually identical. Sun and Moon are different. I mean, I guess there's enough differences to justify it, but still. What is that item? Full heal. Alright, Veteran. I play Sun, not Moon, that's where I'm getting at. Okay. Like, what are the actual differences? Oh, good lord, it's the guy with Gigalith. This may not have been a good idea. Okay, did I save? I did save. Okay, let's not fight that guy. Alright, I don't have to backtrack for anything, so I'm going to deposit my HM users. Honestly, what level am I? 65. I don't need to blackout train the league at all. Because by the time we defeat these two, the Elite Four will be level 67. And then we can use all 11 rare candies to 78. I think I'm going to start with Marshall first. Usually Marshall tends to be harder if you're weak to fighting. Or if you're weak to rock. But we're such a higher level, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Actually, I'm pretty sure we will, though, because, I only need to be 67, because we'll have 11 rare candies. I only need 2 more levels across 4 Elite Four members. I think I can do it. Did I just see that throw use Stone Edge? That thing never goes for Stone Edge. Check this out. High jump kick. Darn. I mean, he wasn't going to high jump kick a poison flying type. Alright, I think I'm going to fight Caitlyn next. Okay, I need to teach X-Scissor. Oh, before I fight End, though, I will need to make sure to fly away and go to the move deleter. Probably should have done that before going in here. Bite'll be fine. I think Bite'll be enough. Uh-oh. I mean, Reuniclus, I'm pretty sure has very high defense. I ran it before. I think its defense is very high. Oh, man. Okay, I think Stab Fly might actually be better. Oh, come on. Fine, I'll teach X-Scissor. Alright, what am I going to teach over X-Scissor? Probably no, not Cross Poison. Confuse Ray, Bite. I don't think we really need Bite. Well, Bite's for Sean. I don't think I should have fought Caitlyn first. You know what? I'm getting rid of Confuse Ray. Here's my justification for it. Confuse Ray was only going to really help for Caracosta to break the Sturdy, but we can just use Bite. Even then, we have Attract. That is true. I did get it as an emergency. How are her Pokemon still living these? Seriously. $67. We can actually use... Oh my god, dude. Dude. Caitlyn, my god. I kind of thought she'd be a little bit expert belt. That is a good point. I completely forgot I picked that up. Alright, I'm going to use Bite. Yeah, who needs expert belt? Alright, I'm gonna go fight Chantal next. Oh, wait. Substitute. Yeah, I'm gonna want that now. Yeah, I'm gonna delete X-Scissor. Shadow, look away, I'm cheating. I'm using X-Scissor. Actually, wait, technically I'm already cheating by your standards. I'm using a non-Unova Pokemon. Oh, seriously? You know what's weird? I always notice whenever I'm weak to Psychic, she usually uses Psychic when I'm at full health, but then when I'm at low health, she goes for Will-O-Wisp. It's so weird. Fly. I like how it takes this... Oh, you mother... Oh, man. I just got flame-bodied. Wait a minute. Expert Belt. I don't need Lucky Egg anymore. Could I just candy now? I could. Oh my god. Yeah, I could, yeah. You're right. I just have a bias against using my candies because I said I was going to use them before end. We're using acrobatics for end and gets us. As soon as I get into End's castle, I have to talk to the Team Plasma Grunt that lets me teleport back to the League. Wait, why am I... Oh, well. Bite would have activated Flame Body anyway. Bite. No Curse Body, thank God. Alright, Grimsley. I mean, Expert Belt's not broken. I wouldn't call it broken. It's more like a generic useful held item. I kind of view it along the lines of Shell Bell. Hold on. Does Substitute not block Intimidate anymore? I saw that text come up. Alright, my best move is Fly. Okay, there we go. Substitute still blocks it. Okay, so I guess the text still shows up anyway. Shell Bell is nowhere near Expert Belt. In Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, the Shell Bell is actually extremely good. It saves you from lots of resets. So, Shadow, can you tell me which room has the Team Plasma Grunt that takes you back to the League? I need to go back to the League, withdraw a Fly user, go to the Move Deleter, and, delete Fly and teach Acrobatics. I should have technically done that before the League, but whatever. It's the 3rd floor. Alright, so this is the 2nd floor. Gee, thanks for the Ultra Ball. Alright, Move Deleter. Alright, so what's my moveset gonna be for N? Yeah, I do need the full team, yeah. I will withdraw. Oh, I see what you meant. I should have just withdrew them all while I was here. I had them deposited because I wasn't sure if I was going to do blackout training in the League, but I didn't. Stub, Acrobatics, Bite, Cross Poison. I think so, yeah. You know what's funny? Even though Crobat doesn't really get that many moves, this thing still kind of suffered from 4-move syndrome, even though it doesn't really have many moves. Also, what should my held item be? Oh, right, we're using Acrobatics. We're not using a held item. John, I don't even have a Flying Gem. I got a Fire and a Ghost Gem, so Chandelure would be quite happy. What Flying Gem? Least threatening team member, even though it's an ice type. You sure about that? Alright, so yeah, this is going to be my moveset. So anyway, prepare for the end blackouts. Not blackouts, for the resets. Actually, I think if I lose to N right away, probably just black out so I don't have to catch Reshiram again. But if we lose to Getsus, we will black out. So here's the reason we need this high level. I just hope Axiu's calculations were correct. Substitute, Fusion Bolt. So now it should detect the light screen. Light screen. Nilix, Acrobatics. Terracosta, Bite. See Shadow, I'm learning. You have got to be kidding. Yeah, I should have done the blackout. You're right. Yeah, we got the cross poison, even though we don't need it. Okay, yeah, blackout this time if I lose. Sub. Bolt. Cross poison. Acrobatics. Bite. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, I forgot to use the end candy. Oh, crit. Nice. Oh, God. Oh, that was lucky. On the bright side, if I lose to Getsus and I have to black out, at least I can use a rare candy to get to 79. Yeah, the crit mattered. You said Acrobatics would put it in defeatist range. Oh wait, Substitute is less useful with poison types, just because I can't get Toxic. Forgot about that. Well, it actually was useful, actually. It blocked the Stone Edge. I think Bite into Cross Poison. I just crit that thing, didn't I? $153.35. 7 resets, 9 blackouts. Could have still dodged the Stone Edge. Yeah, I'm not gonna go full Ike. Oh, here's the thing, Shadow. I should have far more resets than this. I actually first tried Elisa, and I second tried Clay. And remember, the Excadrill had Rock Slide. I had to rely on Confuse Ray for it. Same thing with Elisa. Her Emolgas were 2 shots with Return, and the Substrika was a 2-shot with Return. At any moment, Static could have activated. It did not activate at all during the entire fight. Honestly, I think even if I did a re-rank, I could still get a worse time. Because I may end up getting like 5 or 6 resets on Elisa, or like 5 resets on Clay. I got super lucky real early on. Yeah, and Getsus did not go too bad, actually. Honestly, I'm just really glad that Axiu actually did the N5 calculations for me. He said that level 78 would be the earliest where Cross Poison 2-shots the Zekrom. That's the reason we've been going for it the whole time. And Shadow, runs like this is why I'm not banning Lucky Egg. It would make these runs torture. I think Shadow said he would do that when he eventually does Black 2. Yeah, the early game luck was just too good. Yeah, this thing... Okay, this thing is going to have a funny placement on the leaderboard, that's for sure. Yeah, Shadow, when can we expect Black 2, White 2? Next year? Oh, okay. What level did I beat the game at? I think it was 79. Yeah, even if it's not challenge mode, it's still harder. Even though people like to point out the whole thing with the fact that challenge mode, the increased levels give you more XP, and the stats are still the same, that does not apply to the gym leaders, because the gym leaders have custom teams. But like the random trainers, it does. But I still think overall it's harder, because the Elite Four having one extra Pokemon plus held items honestly kind of balances it out, in my opinion. Plus, I kind of like seeing Clay with a normal gem explosion Onyx. It's really funny. 78, actually. Oh. Thanks for the correction there. 5, game time of 5, 3. So here's what's funny. Look at this. Last place. And I know for a fact Poliwhirl can get a much better time than this. Because when I eventually re-rank Poliwhirl, we're getting Waterfall for it to help with any gets us. So this thing would probably be around like 145, I think. But yeah, Crobat just blowed so hard. And I got lucky in this run, generally very lucky. Oh, but get this, Shadow. You know the Ace Trainer in Celestic Tower with the Stoutland? I actually got a blackout on him because his Ice Fang froze me. Yeah, if we were playing white version, we definitely would have gone with Infiltrator to ignore Reflect. That's for sure. But yeah, this sucked. This sucked really bad. I had to do the fight real slow. Starting with Leech Life and Astonish was not good. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I just had you over on the monitor, just no audio. Oh, so you saw that? Did you, like, chuckle to yourself or something when you saw that? I'm sure you did. But, yeah, anyway. Thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're doing it early because Dallas Pawn and I are going to do 2 random solo run races against each other in red version of fully evolved Pokemon and a first stage Pokemon. They're going to be first playthroughs only, meaning we're not going to play these runs ahead of time. We're not using the XP router during the play. He can record a route if he wants to, but I'm going to make him promise he's not allowed to look at it. But we will do some pre-planning. Like, we'll use the XP router to plan like a level up or see what the Brock damage ranges look like, but we're not going to use it throughout the whole run. He's going to have wild encounters turned on, and if we end up getting a Pokemon that learns Minimize or Double Team by level up, I did promise him I would not use it. So that's a little compromise from my end. But yeah, I'm quite prepared. I'm quite excited for it, because Zealous Pawn is definitely really good at the optimization part with the XP router. He spends hours in that program, I swear. He's really good at that stuff, like doing repeat playthroughs, but let's see how his skill does when it comes to one playthrough only. I kind of find it a bit lame. I agree with you on that. I absolutely do. But, I mean, it's basically like using ChatGPT over a calculator. That's kind of how I view the jump. Like, we use damage calculators. That's nowhere the equivalent of the XP router. But in red and blue and yellow, I like looking at it for planning mid-battle level ups. Like, here's what I do. I don't do it during the run. Here, I can actually show you right now. Let me show you what I do. Here's what I do. I do not have this recording during the run. Let's just say I'm doing it beforehand. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to go to new route right here. Alright, so let's say our random fully evolved is going to be Aerodactyl, right? And I like to put base route, Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. This means it'll be the Charmander rival. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. And it just creates a base route. This is like minimum battles. But here's what I like to do. I like to go towards the end here with Lorelei, and there's a button up here called Pre-Fight Candies. And I'm thinking, okay, what level should I enter the league to not level up after the ride-on? So let's say I want to get to the league at, well, Aerodactyl's kind of bad. Let's say 55. We look down here. It says we'll level up after, actually, I think that means before. Yeah, we'll level up before Hitmonchan, before Arbok, before Dragonite, before Gyarados. Like, that's obviously not good. But what if I used one candy before the champion here? After final Pokemon. So basically what I would know is I have to arrive at Lorelei at 55 and save one rare candy for the champion. And then what I do is exit. That's all the information I want to know. That's all I use the XP router for. Is just planning those level ups, because if you get a mid-battle level up in a bad spot in a red and blue run, you're kind of screwed. It can really add like 30 resets if you level up in a bad spot. I like to use that before my runs. But anyway, I will see you all for the Zealous Pond races. Bye.